Hi everybody. So I just decided to make a questions and answers video last minute because I just felt like there were some things that people didn't really understand that kept asking me about certain things. And it confused me because they were confused and I was like, how do you not understand this? Because basically it's kind of from my Instagram, and I guess that people don't get the whole story of me on Instagram, but on my YouTube, which is where I started from, that's where I kind of answered all the questions, and I guess people aren't really watching my YouTube videos from my Instagram, or not all of them are, or something. So I'm just going to explain some things that obviously don't really make sense. So basically, people ask a lot of questions about Rajah when I put pictures up of him, and they'll ask me questions like, what happened to him? Did he die? Why'd you give him up? Like, what happened to him? So basically what happened with Rajah is that, sorry, there's a piece of hair on my mouth, is I had him for about a year, and I was leasing him to own him basically, but I decided that I wanted something a little bit more like fast, not necessarily fast, but something a little bit more like sportier, like something that could jump, like an English horse. I wanted something more English, and Rajah was a Tennessee Walker, so he had gaits, and he did not enjoy jumping whenever I did jump him, so I didn't jump him very often because it was just cruel. I mean, if an animal or a horse doesn't want to do something, then you don't force it to do that, or, make it do that, especially if it's going to be something that you really want to do. You go out and you get a horse that really wants to do what you want to do. So I decided the best thing was for him to go back to his original owner that leased him out to me, but she leased him to someone else or something, so I would consider releasing him, though, again, maybe even buy him, because he was a really, really special animal to my heart. But I wanted an Arabian so bad, and when I found out the breed of Arabians, I fell in love with them. So, stop. Sorry, my cat's being really weird. She's making, noise, and she's jumping in bags and stuff, So I really wanted an Arabian after I found out, the breed, because I kept seeing these pictures of horses that had their tails up and had their necks arched, and they had really cute little ears and heads. I just thought they were really pretty, so I really wanted one ever since then, and so that's why I decided on an Arabian. And I also knew that they were good at a lot of things. I heard that they were really versatile and that they liked Western and English and that they really could do anything, and they were just really cool horses. But I did know also that they were really high-tempered, some people would call them hot. So I knew what I was getting myself into, and I just begged my parents, and I was like, I really, really, really want a horse that is, at my level, something that wants to be a pain in my butt, and I can say now, yeah, Karma bucks me off all the time, because she does, and she's just a really fun, funky horse, and I love her, even though she is kind of a pain in the butt. I love her to death, and I have a really good bond with her, I think me and Rajah were closer, though, just because I've only had her for, since February, so that's not even a year yet. That'll be a year in, a few months, so that's pretty good. But me and Rajah we didn't click at first at all. And Karma and me, I don't really know how to explain our relationship. She was kind of like a baby, and she still is a baby, so she doesn't really know what she wants. She's just kind of like, whatever, I love everything. And so she just is kind of like that. But when she's in heat, she goes crazy. So yeah, I'm just talking about Karma and how crazy she is. But anyway, so yeah, let me get back to the questions. So basically, I wanted something that was a little bit more spunky and fun, and I wanted to have something challenging, basically. If I'm going to do something fun, I want a challenge, And Rajah was just kind of like, I don't want to move, really, you're going to make me move? But I still loved him to death, and I did push him a lot. He was one of those horses, he was so stubborn, but at the same time, he was so scared, of things. But then I got him to the point where I could, ride him down a busy, road all the time, bareback. I would go bareback down the road, and I could trot him bareback because he was, half-gated, I would say. When I say half-gated, someone, his ex-owner told me that. Well, Rajah's now present owner, I guess. I don't really know. But she's like, he's probably half-gated because he is a Tennessee Walker, but he didn't really get taught to do gaits, and he was trained professionally trail riding a long time ago, so I did want to get rid of Rajah, though, and it made me so sad, but I didn't have a choice, because the place I was at was more of a western-y place. It was just, a grass pasture, with trails off of it and stuff, and it had nice lake access, though. Like, if I went far enough in the woods off the trail, it was really fun to go down to the lake and stuff. And Rajah just got really bomb-proofed off of that. Like, he was so scared before, but then once I went around there and I was riding roads and stuff, he got over that fear immediately, and he just was an awesome horse all around with that stuff. So that was pretty good, and I really had a good experience from that. And he really didn't throw me ever. I used to, like, gallop him bareback in the pasture, bareback, like, and it was just so fun. I just loved it so much. But I was like imagining him as an Arabian, and he was such a good boy and stuff, but I just, wanted something more challenging. So anyways, so then I decided to give him back to his owner, which was really a hard decision, but I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to be stuck at this level forever, but someday I would completely consider, buying him again, because I already have my dream horse, and so I would love to give him a good home, because I know I could take care of him and stuff, and I definitely will. Hopefully, my dad really wants to get a place in the country, not really country, but my mom doesn't really want to, but my dad really wants to get a house with land and stuff. So if I ever did get a house with land, I'd put Rajah out there and my baby Karma, and then they could be buddies, and I would put a couple other horses out there because I love horses and I want a ton. I really want to paint. I don't know why, but every time I see paints, I'm like, oh, I really want to paint, but I don't know. I really like Arabians, so they're my favorite breed. So then I'm going to get back to other things that people have been asking, not really stuff I've been talking about right now. So what was another question? Oh yeah, when I mentioned that I want to move Karma, people keep thinking that I'm going to get rid of her, and they're like, oh my gosh, why are you getting rid of Karma? I'm like, I am not getting rid of Karma. Why would I get rid of Karma? Like, when have I ever said I don't like her? She's my dream horse. Like, I'm obsessed with her. I love her. I would never get rid of my horse. So, no, Karma is my favorite thing ever. I love her to death. Even though she's a pain in my ass. I still really, sorry, that was dismissed thing about the battery. I love her so much. Like, I'd never get rid of her. So, she is my first real, like, bought horse. But she's basically my second horse because I basically owned Rajah. I took care of him. I paid for everything. Well, my parents paid for him, but yeah. So, he was completely mine until I said, so. And she wasn't even going to make me pay for him till, like, I decided that he was completely mine, like, but he really was. I just, I could have paid for him, but I would have paid for him down the road. She was gonna at first make me pay $2,500 for him, and I'm like, I'm not paying that for a horse that doesn't even know how to canter. I had to teach Rajah like everything because he didn't know anything. So that's really how it got my horseback riding started. But people keep thinking that I'm getting rid of Karma because I keep saying I want to move her so bad. But when I say I want to move her, I mean I want to put her in a nicer place, a place that she can eat grass a lot, and a place that she can run free in a pasture, because I want her happiness. I want her to be a happy horse, The happier and fatter she is, the nicer she's going to be to me. So, or at least I hope so. But also, I wanted to move her to Rajah's old pasture. That's kind of a westerny place, because it has a really tiny arena that's grass and stuff. And right now, I can't even jump Karma. So I'm in this giant sand arena with a bunch of lesson kids that are constantly running around. That's why I can't even make videos anymore, because it's so weird to, like, sit there and be like, alright, I'm going to put my video right here and film all these kids riding by and having a trainer shout in the middle of the ring to 10 kids with me riding when you can't even see me. So I'm like, alright, that's just kind of stupid. So I wanted to make my videos more serious too, if I'm going to actually be showing you guys how to do things, because you guys ask me stuff sometimes. And so I wanted to be out there on my own again, and the only thing that's stopping me from moving Karma over there is this stupid lady that boards there. She's been boarding there for years, and she hates it when anybody else comes in. And I got in last time because I didn't know her, and now that she knows me, and she doesn't want anyone else there, she's like, I don't want anyone here, this is my place. And it's actually this nice farmer's place, and he's so nice, and then she is stressing him out to the max, and he's like, I don't know. And so I'm trying to get her up there, but I'm trying not to put I'm trying not to put so much pressure on the farmer. Sorry, that was a really bad sentence, but so I feel so bad for him, but I really, 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 really want to move Karma there, so I'm really hoping that I can move her there. The guy said he's going to call me back tomorrow, but he has a really bad way of keeping promises, so he's probably not going to call me back. I'm not really sure. So if he does, I am going to be so happy, because I really not only want to move Karma, but I just really want her. I want her to have that space, and I want her to be happy. I want her to be a horse, sorry, and I want her to be able to have more experience, and that place is honestly the best place I could say to build a relationship with my horse, because I'm always alone there, which I don't know why that lady cares if anyone comes. She's never there. She comes there once a month to say, I have a horse. Like, she doesn't even ride hardly. When she rides, she just goes for a 2-minute ride in the pasture. Okay, come on, let's go. And she takes her thoroughbred quarter horse, appendix, whatever you want to call it, old 20-something-year-old horse, Cash, come on, let's go in the pasture. Let's go ride for 2 minutes long, and let's just stand here. We don't even go into another gate. You're just gonna walk, buddy. Why do you even own a horse if you're just gonna walk in it? Walk it. Like, okay, horseback riding is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to own a horse to love it, take care of it, build a relationship with it. That horse, I don't even think knows who she is. Like, she doesn't do anything with him. I don't even get people sometimes like, oh, I have a horse, even though it just sits out in the pasture all day long, all week long, all month long, and I hardly even touch it. People annoy me. Don't own an animal if you're not going to dedicate yourself and your life to it. Karma is my life. I take care of her. I love her. I spoil her. I ride her. I give her love, and I train her. Because I wanted a horse, I'm going to take care of her and do whatever it takes. I will pay for her. I'll pay for every last vet bill for her because I love that horse. And I'll do anything for my animals because I love animals and that's my life. And come here, Kylie. My kitty I rescued, even though she drives me insane. I love her to death. She came starving to my house. So I just love animals, and I think that if you're going to own them, you're going to have to take good care of them and, dedicate yourself to them because that's what you got yourself into, really. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that, and I want to move Karma so bad. So I really, really hope that I can, and I'm so excited because then I can make more videos. I can get Karma more experience by trail riding, and I can make her fat. I'm happy. I'll get gorgeous videos of her running out in the pasture. She's Arabian, and she's 4, and she can't even run in the pasture like she used to run. If you saw those old videos of her, people are like, is that really her? She doesn't look the same. She's out in a mucky pasture. I want to move her into a huge pasture. Grass, gorgeous. And then during the summer, there's tons of daisies out there, like the whole field is full of flowers during the summer. Why wouldn't you want to move your horse to a place like that? I mean, it's like horse beauty land. And then in the summer, they have blackberries and raspberries. Oh my God, it's so good. They don't have all the fancy barn things like stalls and stuff. They don't have that there. They have 2 stalls there, but those ones, the one is filled with a bunch of crap, and then the other one's filled with goat crap in it. So, I mean, if you wanted to put your horse in there, you could, but it would be mean because there's nothing to do in there. Like, I don't know if you guys saw those pictures of me and Rajah, but we were in a stall. It was that stall. So, anyways, I want her to move there, and it's just such a nice place. I mean, sorry, I hiccuped. It's such a nice place. Like, I don't even, just for the horse it is. And I'm not saying it's, high quality. It's not. And it's really cheap, so it's nice for that way. But it's just a good place for a horse, to be honest. And that's all I could ever ask for. All I want is for my horse to be happy. Right now, she's putting on weight only from supplements. That's not very healthy, I want her to be able to gain weight from actual, food. Horse food, not pellets and grain. I don't want her to be on that, forever. I don't honestly think that's the healthiest choice. Horses are supposed to be free, running, eating grass. They should have multiple things in their diet, and I think that Karma will still need to have grain to stay on a good, healthy weight. But grass is the main thing that a horse needs to be healthy, in my opinion. So, that's what I want, and that's my hopes and dreams for my baby. So yeah, I will keep you guys, I will keep you guys updated on if I move Karma, and I really hope that I do, so I will send tons of pictures, and, I also wanted to move her there, because I wanted to get another horse, so that would be really exciting if I could get another one. I really want one for my friends to ride and stuff, and I want one to break myself, so maybe my friends can use Karma while I break another horse, but yeah, It was good talking to you guys, and I didn't have an updated video like this in a long time, so that's why I made one. Alright, I'm at 15 minutes